What's happening, folks? As you can see, I've been farting about on the ST180 today. I had a wee run out in it a couple of weeks ago, and I thought I'd complete turbo failure. Gotta be honest, I thought it's gone. Turns out the symptoms are the same as the boost control valve, or the boost control solenoid, sorry, that sits at the back of the turbo. I went on the forums, spoke to a couple of the boys, and they had exactly the same issues that I've got now. Obviously, when you run the bigger power like this with the X47R turbo on it, it does make them fail a wee bit quicker. Now, I've had this car come up in 3 years now, and I've never had the issue with it, but obviously I took it a run the other week there just to get it moving, and obviously we have the boost issues with it. So I'll show you some videos just now. I'll put it into a link at the moment, sorry, this video, of where it sits. It's a nightmare to get to, especially if you're just doing it on a set of axle stands. It'd be a lot easier if I had a two-poster ramp up in the air and you weren't, lying on your back trying to get your elbows into places. There's a couple of clips on them. I'll show you the part anyway. This is the part, obviously, that comes off. This is the bit that fails here. Now, obviously, it comes with brand new hoses on it as well, hence the reason these two are off. There's one I couldn't get into, so what I did was I just switched it. There wasn't any problems with it, it looked fine. I just couldn't get to where it was in the turbo with. I only had a set of mole grips to take these wee clamps off. So I managed to get the ones off this hose and the back one, and obviously the top one was just a nightmare, so I left it on, but I finally managed to get it done with a bit of cussing and swearing and stuff falling in my eyes, even though I was wearing my specs. But I managed to get it done and dusted, so I'm hoping that fixes the issue of having no boost. Well, you've got some boost, but then it comes in, and before you've got like half a bar, it wants to shut down. If it's not that, then it's a fair chance the turbo's gone. It's probably an excuse to go and buy a new one. I was talking about getting the S280. I'm obviously putting a wee bit more power into it. X47R that's in this is really a good turbo. It goes well. But yeah, if you're going to change it, you may as well change it for something half decent. So I'm hoping that fixes that issue. I'll put in a wee video of where it is and what I had to do. I didn't actually film changing it because I couldn't get the camera in. I couldn't get a light in. I just couldn't get anything in. So I'm literally lying on the floor here to get into it. I had a problem a couple of weeks ago as well when I took out a blast in the bypass, and when I stopped, I had loads of oil coming out obviously the filter. So I've taken out the filter, I've cleaned it all up, choked it, de-choked it. I've checked the pipe work, and there's no oil in the housings at all. It's literally just collected at the bottom of here, and it's dripped out and onto the bumper just at the fog light and pulled out. I don't know why it's done that. I think it's probably been maybe an issue with that solenoid. I think it's kind of the two in one, so we'll see how it goes with that one. So the joys of having all these cars, they never run perfect all the time. It's literally a matter of fanning about with them, and one breaks, you got to fix the other one, and so on kind of idea. So this I'm no different to anyone else. It has to be done. So I thought, right, we'll take off the bumper, check in here and make sure the filter's all good. I wanted to check, obviously, the cooler. I didn't, obviously, it is kind of Christmas just now, and all the suppliers at the moment are shut for getting everything painted. So once I've had the bumper off now, I can see that I'm going to have to tart this up a wee bit, because it's just the paint's peeling off it. Someone's painted it before, so I don't know if I'll speak to the good boys at AirTech and see if I can just buy a new intercooler, and I'll sell this one off to someone else and they can refurb it, or I might try and refurb it myself just to tidy it up and put a white AirTech and change the colour scheme on the car. So yes, I've done that. I've also added in this here. It's a snorkel. Now, I know what you're thinking, if anyone has actually spotted this. Air filter's here, snorkel comes in and puts the air here. So obviously it's designed for the filters being in here on the standard air box. I didn't know that at the time when I bought it, but I quite like the look of them when you see these snorkels on the Mark III, so I thought, well, if anything, it will look pretty in the front end. Once the bumper comes back on, we'll see the white into the bumper here. So I've done that. It's a bit pernickety. It's literally one bolt, but what I've done is I've just cut around about the shroud here. I think most folk just cut it straight out, but I like to have the lip so that the bumper can catch in it, being the joiner. And then I've drilled a hole there and fed, it's like a 4-inch bolt all the way through it to tie into here. So I'm hoping when I put this bumper back together, it all goes in quite neat. I have noticed, obviously, whoever's had the bumper off before has just put it back in together with Tech screws. I've actually changing the wheels, as you can see on just now. I've got the Focus RS Mark 1 alloys on it. Put them on and look, I think they're a great wheel on this, but my coilovers are set far too low, and honestly, every single bump, you hear it hitting the arches and scraping, and I hate it, I absolutely detest it. So function over form. I'd taken the Compo Motus off to get refurbed because I curbed one of them. But unfortunately, the boy that usually does my wheels, Mr. Sparkles, is actually shut down now. So rather than obviously go through Christmas wrecking it with these wheels, I'm just going to put them back on and run them, and I'm maybe get them done kind of closer into the summer. Maybe take them back down to Chameleon or Stiggy Motorsport. Depends who's willing to do it. But yeah, that's what we're doing on the Fiesta just now. I haven't actually done a video on this car yet, although I did record it, and I did record it. It went on blinking time lapse, and you couldn't hear a thing I was saying. So I might have to do another one. I'm just not technically minded with this one. So I'm going to build this back up. I'm not going to film it. I don't think it's anything. I'll probably see me blood squatting everywhere when I'm me shouting and swearing, but I'm going to have to try and get all these bolts out that someone's put the tech bolts in, and I'll try and replace them with the proper ones so the bumper fits nice and neat. I'm planning taking the bits and bobs off the car again later down the line. I fancy a colour change on it, so I'll probably be doing to KW to rewrap it. It's white obviously, but maybe change it to something funky, because every other car I've got is pretty much unique with the colours, so I mean just change it up a wee bit while we take everything off. So I'm not worried too much, as long as the bolts are right when we get done dusted. It makes it easier job for when they come to dismantle everything and take everything off. So just a quick video on that. If there's anything you want to know about this car or anything like that, just drop us a message. I can certainly answer as many questions as I can. I'll try and do a question and answer, like I always keep saying. If you want something, I'll happily have a video and tell you everything that's going on. Bear in mind, I'm not a mechanic. I'm literally just sitting here with a bunch of tools in the lockup and giving it yaldi. But it's obviously Christmas time. The wife's working, so I thought I'll go down and just tinker a bit in the cars, especially since this one wasn't running. This one's been faultless, but I'm hoping that solenoid has actually fixed all the issues. Then I can go up the road and get cleaned up. So yeah, just a quick one to update you on this one. I'll see you on the next video, hopefully, which should be out soon. Take it easy.